I'm Preston Foster, coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
What do you want?
You ever see this rain? A guy can go swimming.
Let go of me, no 20 minutes. What do you want?
All I want to do is get inside. Come on, buddy, open the door.
Open up. You want to get inside?
Sure, buddy, I ain't a duck.
All right, let go of me. I can't help you, let go of my arm.
Oh, sure, I didn't mean nothing, buddy. No offense.
Just want to get out of the rain, huh?
Sure, that's all. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Knock it off, kid. I got you cold turkey.
I wasn't doing anything. I just wanted to get out of the rain.
Now, just where do you think you're going, Matt?
Well, Father Cassidy. Hi, young fella. You want to rent a tug?
No, Captain John. I just want to come aboard.
Cheryl Ann's yours. Hop aboard.
Thanks.
If it wasn't for that collar, you'd still be mistaken for a heavyweight fighter.
Well, now, if you know of a good prospect, why, send him around the Waterfront house. I'll try a couple of rounds with him.
Well, what is it this time?
You know Tommy Grove.
Tommy Grove. Isn't that the boy enlisted in the Navy and saw so much action?
That's the one.
There's a boy the harbor could be proud of.
Tommy Grove is in the county jail for resisting arrest and unlawful entry.
Unlawful entry?
They caught him trying to break into a store. If he's lucky, he'll get only a year on the road gang.
Breaking into a store? Why would he want to do a thing like that?
Well, he said all he was trying to do was to get in out of the rain. He's a good boy, John. I don't want to see them make a convict out of him.
How can you stop it?
Well, Judge Alvin Park is an old friend of mine, and he's handling the case, and when he heard the lad was from Waterfront House, why, he called me in to discuss it before he made his decision.
What did he decide?
He thinks the lad might be given another chance.
Of course, you didn't have anything to do with that, Father.
Now, we try to help each other on the waterfront, don't we, John?
Sure, but why come to me?
I want you to help Tommy Grove.
Me help?
Well, somebody's got to help him, otherwise it's a year on the road gang.
But why me? I'm sorry for the boy, but
Who could help him better to readjust himself, to come back to the harbor where he belongs?
Readjust himself? Why doesn't he get a job like any other able-bodied kid and buckle down to some useful work?
Because he's not an able-bodied kid, John. He's lost, cut off from his roots without any place to go, any place to turn.
Instead of busting into a store, why didn't he come back to the waterfront and get himself a job?
Well, you try telling him that. I tried and I failed.
I'm sorry I shot off my big mouth, Father.
He came back with a bad leg, otherwise he would have stayed in the Navy. And he doesn't want any help. He looks upon charity as a reflection on his own inadequacies. All he wants is to be let alone.
That means a year on the road gang, huh?
No telling what he will turn after that. But now, if you were to take an interest in him, John, if the head tugboat captain of the harbor were to take an interest in him, he wouldn't feel that he were forgotten by the only people he knows. The people from the waterfront.
If you hadn't taken the cloth, Father, you'd have made a fine salesman. All right. Tell him I'll be waiting for him in the morning.
Ah, thanks, John. You're a good man.
3 blasts.
What?
3 blasts on the whistle. So Al Hedges up on the bridge will know we're coming through. Now you're about to see one of the prettiest sights on the whole waterfront. I've been watching it every day for 20 years, and it's still something I wouldn't want to miss. Been a long time since you watched it go up, huh, Tommy?
Yeah.
How many years?
Who knows?
Well, let's see. You were in the Navy 2 years. You've been out almost a year.
Lay off, will you?
You don't want to talk about it, huh?
No.
Old Al hasn't missed waving back for 20 years. Funny how a little thing like that becomes important. What were we talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? I'll be doggone if I'm going to stand here any longer and talk about nothing.
The wheel, what are you going to do about the wheel?
Nothing?
Well, you can't just leave it alone like that. Something will go wrong.
Sure it will.
Well, doesn't that mean anything to you?
No more than it does to you.
I don't know what to do with it. I never handled one of these things before in my life.
Now's a good time to start learning. Steady now. Don't jerk her. Just hold your arms easy and relax, like you hold somebody you were dancing with. Nothing to it, huh?
Yeah, nothing.
You never handled a wheel before, huh?
No, never.
What were you doing all that time in the Navy?
I was a hospital corpsman. Never got a chance to be anything but a hospital corpsman.
You didn't get that leg in a hospital.
I was a hospital ship. We're sporting a raid of Marines. I went in with the second wave and pulled some wounded guys off the beach.
Second wave, you must have been under fire.
Yeah, it was under fire.
You know, it's never too late to make a sailor out of a man. Unless you have some objections.
I don't have any objections. Thank you, sir.
Hey, yo, what are you doing on dry land?
Well, Harvey Maxwell. I'm glad to see you.
Want to lift?
No, but you can give me a job.
A job? What would I do with a broken-down tugboat captain?
It's not for me. It's for a young lad that really needs one.
Oh, I don't believe we need any more help at the warehouse just now. Who is the boy?
This boy's got a year on a road gang hanging over his head, unless somebody will stake him to a chance to prove he's all right. His name's Tommy Groves. He's one of the boys from Waterfront House.
A year on the road gang. Oh, what did he do?
Well, they caught him breaking into a pawn shop. But listen, he's all right, Harvey. I'll vouch for him. Anything goes wrong, I'll make it up. All I'm asking is that you give the boy a chance.
Well, I don't know. A kid who's in trouble with the law.
That's only the half of it. The other half is he just finished a good-sized hitch in the Navy, so a lot of action.
The Navy, huh? Ah, sure. Send him around. We'll put him to work.
Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate it. Hey, Tommy, you ready to go to work?
We land a job on the waterfront?
Pretty close. Harvey Maxwell's spice mixing business on Warehouse Row.
Spice mixing?
Well, I know it's not on a boat, but you'll be on one pretty soon. I've been all over the waterfront, and there's not another thing.
Oh, that's all right, Captain John. Like you always said, it's never too late for a man to become a sailor.
Right. You'll take the job?
I'll take it and I'll do my best.
Welcome back to the harbor, Tommy.
Kid, lend a hand. Come on, get moving. We ain't got all night. Come on. Okay, see you next trip. All right, let's get the stuff inside.
Well, these things don't get any lighter.
A little honest work never hurts.
Yeah, as long as it's honest. I said as long as it's honest.
Don't get any wrong ideas, kid.
What's going on? What's in those boxes?
You asking questions?
Yeah, I'm asking questions. What's in the boxes?
Pepper. Black pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah. What else you want to know?
Oh, wait a minute, Kirk. I want to know. What's in those boxes?
Where did Maxwell ever find you?
Never mind. If all that's in those boxes is black pepper, then why the big mystery?
What's wrong with a mystery? I like a little mystery. Every chance.
That isn't pepper in those boxes. It's something else.
Yeah? What? What'll it take to convince you? All right. What's it look like? I told you that's what it was. Pepper. Black pepper.
What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be working?
I'm not due back in for another half an hour yet.
Oh, something on your mind?
You know how much I appreciated you finding me that job.
That's all right. I was glad to help.
Yeah, that's fine. It's real kind of you. Only it wasn't any help.
What are you talking about?
Sure. A wharf rat. No experience, no trade, no skill of any kind. You'd have to be grateful for any kind of job, any crumb you could throw at him.
What's biting you? What's on your mind? What are you trying to say?
Just that something stinks around that warehouse, and I don't mean just the smell of the spices either.
Wait a minute. Just simmer down.
I've worked there for 3 weeks now. At first, I thought I was imagining things. I tried to shut my eyes to what was going on, to pretend I didn't notice.
Notice what?
The things that go on there all the time. The way they mix chicory and sawdust and other filler into stuff and then call it 100% pure spices. The way they dilute in water pure extract with artificial coloring. The way they sneak in that phony gray stuff from Guatemala past customs and then peddle it as pure black pepper.
You've said your little piece. Now let me tell you a couple of things. I've known Harvey Maxwell more years than you are old. He's one of the finest men on the waterfront. He runs a reputable business, just the same as his father did before him. So don't start dreaming up any stuff that isn't true.
All right. Do I have to dig up proof?
No. Just stick to your job. Maybe it isn't the greatest job in the world, but stop complaining. If you want to be treated like a man, start acting like one. And don't start alibiing your way out the minute things get tough.
I'll show you who's alibiing. I'll bring you proof.
No, Waters, please. If my gambling losses became known, my creditors would drive me out of business overnight. Please, Waters, you must give me more time.
looking for, kid?
You know what I'm looking for, Kirk.
I don't know nothing. All I know is you got a job, and that's mixing spices down at the other end of this place. I don't want you sticking your nose in anything else.
Not even that phony gray stuff from Guatemala? I took another smell of it, Kirk, after you threw it in my face. Pure black pepper, what a laugh.
What are you trying to prove, kid? What are you after?
That you and Maxwell are running a cheap racket. That you're breaking every pure food and...
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Where'd you find this monkey, Mr. Maxwell?
Kirk, what have you done to him? Well, you beat him.
That's only the beginning. I just got started.
You crook. Kirk, stop that. Stop that kind of thing.
Shut up, Mr. Maxwell. You quit giving orders around this place a long time ago. That was a bright idea, bringing a little rat like that in here.
Well, I thought he wouldn't be any trouble. He'd been in a jam, and I thought he'd go along.
Yeah, you thought. Well, next time, let me do the thinking. Now, suppose we finish with you, Mr. Grove.
You're in enough trouble already, Kirk. Don't get in any deeper.
You threatening me?
Call it anything you want. But as soon as I get through talking to the cops...
You won't talk to anybody. When I get through...
Kirk, you're insane. You'd have to be crazy now. Put that thing down.
Yeah, sure. I'd have to be crazy worrying about what a little jailbird is going to spill to the cops. Go on, tell them. See how far you'll get. We'll tell the cops we caught the kid stealing, won't we, Maxwell? We'll see whose word they'll take, a respectable businessman like you, or a jailbird who got caught in the act of stealing. After we've taken him on, giving him a break against our wishes.
Who told you? How did you find out about me? Who told you?
Go on, Maxwell, tell him. Tell him who told us.
Captain John Herrick.
Captain John.
You're lying. How else could we have found out? John said that you needed help, that you had a year on the road gang hanging over you. He said that you were anxious to make good, that you'd go along, wouldn't cause any trouble.
He told you that? Captain John told you that?
Yes.
All right, go on. Spill it to the cops.
Tommy.
Oh. You came too late. Sorry I can't offer you a drink.
Tommy, what happened?
You had to mix into my business. You and your bleeding heart.
What about that job?
Who asked you to sit down? Why don't you go away and leave me alone?
You didn't walk out on that job.
Tried to pin one on me, didn't you, Captain John? You tried to sell me down the river.
What are you talking about?
You figured I was a pigeon. How can a pigeon squawk? Even when he finds out he's been sold to a crook.
Shut up. You don't know what you're saying.
Don't like Captain John? Well, hear this. Next time you get any ideas in your head about helping me, forget them.
Something's wrong with you, Tommy. I don't know what it is, but you're wrong.
Yeah, and I went wrong when I met you. You and Father Cassidy, you had to help me. You had to do me a favor. Why couldn't you have left me alone?
You're coming with me. Now. You want some more?
He's already had 6 cups.
We'll give him 6 more cups if it takes that much to sober him up.
I'm all right.
Maybe. Go wash your face. Go wash your face.
I can't believe it. A man with as fine a reputation as Maxwell. Why, he's always been a generous and frequent contributor to Waterfront House.
He's what is known as a pillar of the community.
Do you suppose any of the boys' charges can be true?
I know one way we can find out, Father.
What are you thinking?
We can make a little surprise investigation of Mr. Maxwell's warehouse.
Oh, we can't do that, John.
Why not?
We have no authority to break in on anyone. Perhaps the trouble lies with the boy. Maybe the...
Tommy's all right. I really believe he tried to make a go of it.
But to be suspicious of a man like Maxwell, we only had something more to go on, John.
All right. What'll we do? Drop the boy, huh? Why not? Who'll miss him? Where you going, Father?
I'm going down and have a talk with Harvey Maxwell. I'm going to plead with him to give the boy another chance. Do you want to come with me?
Let's both go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, it's no use. The boy's incorrigible. He can't be trusted. We've caught him stealing a number of times.
Stealing what?
Oh, anything he could get his hands on. Money, company property. That's a lie, Maxwell. You know it's a lie.
Tommy.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I have work to do. Now, if you excuse me, I have to complete these sales reports.
Mr. Maxwell, you do understand now what's at stake. You realize what happens to Tommy now if he doesn't make the grade.
I'm sorry, Father, but he isn't going to make the grade around here.
I'll show you who's lying. I'll shove the truth right in your faces. It's the only way you'll believe it.
You coming, Father?
Try and hold me back.
Now, wait a minute. You can't go out there. I won't allow it.
You heard what Father Cassidy said. Try and hold us back.
But what do you expect to find?
A boy's future, Mr. Maxwell, maybe his whole life.
After you, Father.
Tommy! What's the matter, boy? What's the matter, boy?
This is the stuff the kid was talking about. This is any more black pepper than...
John, watch out. There's someone on top of those crates.
I thought you were supposed to be the one who's so handy with his deuce.
Well, you see, John, I have to do all my fighting in the gym.
What about him?
I think Mr. Maxwell knows what he must do.
I'm glad it's over. You won't believe me, but I'm glad the whole thing's over.
We can believe you, Mr. Maxwell.
A man does a foolish thing and gambles beyond his debt. The first thing he knows, he's standing in quicksand. The next thing he knows, he's pulling others in with him. Till one day there's nothing left. He becomes a tool to someone like Kirk, a criminal and a murderer. He's all alone.
Not all alone, Mr. Maxwell. No man is ever all alone.
John, you've outdone yourself. I've tasted mulligan stew before, but I never tasted a mulligan stew that's as hot and as spicy and as rip-snorting as this one.
All proven name merchandise, the kind that never lets a mulligan stew down.
Or anything else, John.
You about ready to become a tugboat man?
Well, just as soon as I finish this stew.
Had a call from Zach Morgan early this morning. Business is looking up pretty good. He's going to take another tug out of dry dock and put it back in the fleet. Asked me if I knew where I could wrestle up a deckhand in a hurry.
Sure wrestled him up a good one. Welcome back to the harbor, Tommy.
Thanks.
Not so fast. The first time you hear the Cheryl Ann Clam and Chowder Singing Society, you might be after running away mighty fast, man.
Oh, no, Captain John. I'm through running away. And where did you get that brogue?
You're rubbing off on me, Father. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.